Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Money20 founders and co-chairmen, Anil Agarwal and Jonathan Weiner.
Welcome to Las Vegas, welcome to 2015's Money20, and welcome to the second largest ballroom in all of Las Vegas. We are literally 150 seats short of an arena. Well, this afternoon is our big kickoff. It's already been an incredibly busy and successful past few days. Over the weekend, we held the world's largest fintech hackathon. More than 620 hackers developed some incredible applications. Over 30 straight hours of coding, they competed for $125,000 of prize money. I would like to congratulate our grand prize winner, Team Replay, who created the first Apple TV app that lets you purchase products you see on screen while you watch your favorite movies. In addition to winning $25,000, they've won a chance to present in front of all of you on Tuesday during Launchpad 360. And on Sunday, we had an amazing 5K race. Money20 will donate $10 on behalf of every runner to the Network for Teaching Entrepreneurship, or NFTE. NFTE activates the entrepreneurial mindset in youth and builds their knowledge about business startups with a focus on under-resourced communities. So congratulations to all of our winners. Yeah. So looking forward, we have an incredible, exciting 3 days planned. Our theme for this year's event is Year 4 Even More. This is the largest gathering of the fintech industry ever, and it's been an incredible amount of fun planning it over the past 12 months. We have more than 10,000 attendees from over 70 countries. We have attendees that have come from as far away as Slovenia, to New Zealand, to Kenya, and even exotic places like Sioux Falls, South Dakota. In all seriousness, a special thank you to those that have traveled great distances to be here with us this week. As we get bigger, though, it's easy to think that the quality of attendees could go down. We're actually seeing the complete opposite. We have over 1,000 CEOs and almost 3,000 C-level executives this year. That's almost 10x growth from our first show just 4 years ago. And there'll be more than 200 announcements at this year's show, covered by more than 200 on-site journalists and analysts, which is double the media attendance from last year. And there's one other stat that we're really proud of. As many of you know, the tech industry, and the fintech industry specifically, has historically been very male-dominated. We're seeing this starting to change, though. The number of women attending Money20 has grown 78% from last year, to a total of 20% of all attendees this year. While we like that progress, there's clearly still a long way to go. And finally, just a few fun facts. Through the power of Twitter, there is a lot you can learn about your customers and audience these days. So we wanted to get a snapshot of the Money20 community. So we ran our Twitter followers through an analysis, and this is what it told us about us. We are nearly 15 times likely to be interested in startups. We are 3 times as likely to be millionaires. We are twice as likely to have graduate degrees. We are more than twice as likely to buy premium brands. We are nearly 50% more likely to be dairy-free or gluten-free. And we are twice as likely to buy oral care products. So to sum it up, we're a bunch of well-to-do, overly educated, narcissistic people that are way too concerned about our teeth. So the power of big data. So as we get bigger, we want to be sure we continue to showcase startups because they're such an important part of the ecosystem. This year, we have more than 200 startups in the exhibit hall that have raised a total of more than $4 billion. That's nearly half of our 500 total exhibitors. To help showcase so many of these new innovations from these early stage companies, we introduced a new area in the exhibit hall called Startup Row that will be showcasing some really cool disruptive products. There are also more than 200 startups speaking on this year's agenda that have collectively raised about $15 billion to redefine the future of financial services, including a whole new format of sessions called Startup Pitch 180, plus the continuing Launchpad 360 program. So we encourage you to definitely check out all of the companies in the exhibit hall and on our agenda over the next few days. We have tried to cover it all, or at least all the good parts, as you may have seen in our cover of the agenda workbook. I would also like to thank our more than 600 incredible speakers this year. As a thank you to our speakers, we shipped them a selfie toaster. So every time they make toast, an imprint of their caricature appears. Many of our speakers have tweeted their pictures to hashtag #PostYourToast, and as you can see, we've had a lot of fun with it. But my favorite tweet was from Michelle Ranieri with her artistic self-portrait picnic scene, which we have titled, "You Got Way Too Much on Your Hands." So we toast you, Michelle, for taking it to the next level. So again, thank you to all of our speakers this year for being an integral part of the show and for posting your toast. One final thank you to our Money 2020 team, which has also grown over the past year. Putting an event on this at this scale takes a lot of work and coordination. We don't always get everything right, but we have a dedicated team that really cares about the experience that we put on for all of you. As a company, our goal is to make the event better year after year. So we encourage you to give us feedback on the good, the bad, and the ugly. And just one housekeeping note. We are extremely excited about the industry night sponsored by Android Pay and featuring Wycliffe Jean at Tao Nightclub right here at the Venetian. Please be aware that we will be letting people in on a first-come, first-served basis, and the total capacity of the club is 3,000 people. Doors will open at 9 p.m., so get there early. It will be an open bar, so you can leave your cash, credit cards, debit cards, mobile wallets, NFC watches, wristbands, biometric devices, and last but not least, your pay-by-ass readers in your rooms. So with that, I will hand it off to my partner in crime, Anil, and have a great show, everyone.
Thanks, John. I'd like to take a few minutes and tell you about two new events that we've launched. The first is Money 2020 Europe, which is obviously the sequel to Money 2020. And the second is Shop Talk, which we like to think of as the prequel to Money 2020. Both Money 2020 Europe and Shop Talk are designed to deliver on our core mission, to be a platform and catalyst for the growth and development of the ecosystems we serve. We announced Money 2020 at Europe at last year's show here in Las Vegas, and it's doing amazingly well, with 6 months still to go. It's the first event that truly takes a holistic view of European payments and financial services across every region, every sector, and every stakeholder. And we've already confirmed more than 200 speakers, and it's an incredible lineup that includes executives like Michael Moritz from Sequoia, the CEOs of some of Europe's largest banks and tech companies. If you'd like to learn more, stop by the Money 2020 Europe booth in the exhibit hall and meet our London-based team. Money 2020 Europe will be held in Copenhagen on April 4th to 7th, and we hope you'll join us for a great sequel to this Las Vegas event. Now let's turn to the dark side and the prequel to Money 2020, Shop Talk, which John and I announced just over a month ago. While Money 2020 focuses on how next-generation commerce redefines payments and financial services, Shop Talk focuses on the evolution of commerce itself. So the easiest way to think about this is that Shop Talk is for next-gen commerce, what Money 2020 is for fintech. We'll be covering how consumers discover, shop, and buy practically everything differently in a connected world, including things like new retail models, on-demand services, and the sharing economy. In just the past 6 weeks, we've confirmed more than 100 speakers for Shop Talk, from major retailers, big internet companies, and cutting-edge startups, including more than 80 CEOs from venture-backed companies with almost $3 billion in funding, as well as people like the president of Neiman Marcus and the head of innovation at Target. And we're just getting started. Shop Talk will take us back to the Aria, where we've held Money 2020 for the past 3 years. And it'll be held on May 16th to 18th. If commerce is your thing, you need to be there. And remember, it's shop talk, not small talk. Next on our agenda was scheduled to be Jack Dorsey. With the Square IPO filing, Jack couldn't be here today, but we're excited for Square and delighted that Jack has already confirmed his keynote for next year. And now, I'm excited to announce our first keynote speaker, Gordon Smith, the CEO of Consumer and Community Banking at Chase. We're thrilled to have Gordon here today, and that Chase has chosen Money20 to make an important and groundbreaking new announcement. Please welcome to the stage, Gordon Smith.